Welcome to The Explainer. We talk a lot about revolutions, but the one we're diving into today, well, it isn't happening on the streets. It's happening in the classroom. Artificial intelligence is quietly reshaping everything about learning, from a single student's desk all the way up to national policy. So let's get into it.
Okay, so let's just jump right in with the big question on everyone's mind. I mean, if AI is promising a personal tutor for every student and a co-pilot for every teacher, what does that actually mean for the future of the traditional classroom?
To even begin to answer that, we've got to start small. Let's zoom right in on the student, because there's this whole new wave of AI tools popping up, and their entire goal is to act like a dedicated one-on-one study partner for every single learner, totally customized to their specific needs. And what's really fascinating here is that not all these AI buddies are the same. They're built on pretty different philosophies. On one side, you have Google's Gemini for Education, which is kind of the structured one. It works within the school's existing curriculum to make personalized quizzes and visual guides. But then you have Anthropic's Claude, which is more like a thinking partner. It engages you in a conversation, helps you brainstorm ideas, and will even critique your work. And here's a perfect example of how smooth this can be. A teacher just sets the topic, let's say the American Revolution. Gemini then instantly whips up a custom quiz. But the real magic, the real game changer, is that third step. The student gets immediate personalized feedback. It helps them understand why an answer was right or wrong, right there in the moment. That's a huge deal for learning. But get this isn't just about software on a laptop anymore. In parts of China, AI is literally being built right into the furniture. These are intelligent desks with interactive touchscreens that track a student's performance all day long, offering little hints and guidance when they get stuck. It's like the digital tutor has become a physical part of the classroom. Okay, so if students are getting an AI study buddy, what about the person at the front of the room? Let's talk about the teacher. And the goal here is not replacement, not at all. It's about empowerment. It's about freeing teachers from all that administrative work so they can focus on, actually teaching. A great example of this is happening right now in Queensland, Australia. They're testing an AI tool called Corella, and it's designed to be a teacher's co-pilot. It handles the heavy lifting, lesson planning, helping with grading, automating all those tedious admin tasks that eat up so much of an educator's day. But here's the really important part: the ethical line in the sand that Corella is built on. It's there to help the teacher, but it is not there to do the student's work for them. So sure, it can help outline a lesson, but it will never, ever write the student's essay. That's a crucial distinction. And this is where the scale of this whole thing really starts to explode. We're moving from individual tools to entirely new educational models. So what does a school even look like when it's built around AI from the ground up? Well, that's exactly what's starting to happen. We are now seeing new institutions, brand new schools that aren't just adopting a few AI tools. No, they are fundamentally redesigning their entire curriculum and schedule around what AI is capable of. One of the most prominent examples is a new private school in the US, backed by investor Bill Ackman, and its model is pretty radical. It uses AI for what it calls speed teaching, personalizing the curriculum so intensely that the core learning supposedly happens in just 2 hours. The school also makes it clear that it will not focus on DEI initiatives and instead will rely very heavily on AI to accelerate learning and track student progress. Okay, now let's zoom all the way out to the widest possible view, the macro level. Because at this scale, learning about AI isn't just an educational choice, it's becoming a matter of national strategy and global competition. Entire countries are basically in a race to make their populations AI literate. And if you want to really grasp the scale of this, just look at this number, 6 million. That's how many students in Saudi Arabia are now part of a mandatory nationwide AI curriculum. We're talking from first grade all the way through high school. It's a huge piece of their Vision 2030 plan. So you can really see two different playbooks emerging here. On one side, you've got Saudi Arabia's approach. It's top-down, a government mandate for its entire public school system. On the other side, you have a more bottom-up approach, like Google putting $1 billion into funding AI programs and research at universities across the US. So, we've gone from the student's desk to the nation state. Where is all of this heading? Well, the next frontier isn't about an AI that just responds to our questions. It's about an AI that can actually take action on its own. The term that everybody in the industry is buzzing about is AI agents.
These are basically autonomous models that can take a complex goal, like research the causes of the Peloponnesian War and create a presentation, and then go execute all the necessary steps themselves, without a student needing to guide them through each one. It's a huge leap forward.
And the technology that's going to power these agents is advancing at an incredible rate. Just take a look at this quote from OpenAI about its upcoming GPT-5 model. This superior reasoning for things like coding and math and research, that's not just marketing speak. That is the engine that will make these powerful autonomous educational agents a reality for students. And here's the most important thing to understand. This next wave of AI isn't going to be some learning app you have to open. Instead, you should think of it as an invisible layer of intelligence that's just built directly into the devices that students and teachers are already using every day.
This timeline really shows the progression. We started with AI as a website you'd visit, right? Now it's being integrated into our operating systems. A device like the upcoming ultra-thin iPhone 17 is the next step, where AI-enhanced features are just part of the hardware. For education, that means future learning tools won't be something students have to consciously log into. That intelligence will just be a seamless part of the tech they carry around. And that leads us to our final thought. From personal tutors to national curricula, AI is fundamentally changing how knowledge is delivered. So if the tools for knowing things are changing this much, this fast, maybe the most important skill we all need to develop isn't about finding answers anymore, but about learning how to ask the right questions.